Hello and good evening. Tonight I decided to do a late night pop-up live. Normally I wouldn't go live on a Thursday night because I have work on Friday mornings. But tomorrow there's no school, so I don't have work. I don't have to get up quite so early. And also, normally Dawn Yarndoll goes live at this time, usually, and she made an announcement that she was canceling her live tonight. And so I looked around and didn't see that anybody was live and decided I would pop up. So for those of you that are joining me tonight, I really appreciate it. I know I'm not your normal programming. So anyway, thank you for being here. And if you are observing from your Zen gardens, thank you. If you happen to be catching this on replay, thank you for that. I am having some late night tea tonight. Oh, hello, my beautiful China. Good evening. You're up late. Yeah, so I'm just having some tea. Tonight I have caramel bedtime tea by Yogi, as well as some honey chai. So I'm doing like a combo. And on my my tea bag, it says, "Without the darkness, you would never know the light." And on the other one, it says, "Be fearless. Know that all will be provided at the right time." And so there is your mindfulness for the start of my live tonight. Now, I don't know how late you're staying up, China, but if you want to join me, I'll send you the link. But anyway, yeah, I just figured I'd hang out for a little while. I've got a project that I'm working on. I started the Peacock Plumes blanket. It is a 9-part crochet along, if you will, and a handful of us that go in to carry the Yarny Elephants Zoom are working on this project together. And so it is 9 parts, and I am on part 2. I just started part 2, and part 1 is all the blue and teal color. And then part 2 started with this gold color. So this is what I have so far. Anyway, so I'm just kind of working on that. Hey, Lydia, how's it going? It is good to see you. Those of you that are staying up late, hi, Diana D. You're heading to bed, but you saw that I was live and you came to give me a thumbs up. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you love that blanket. You love it. This is the back of it. I think the back looks not too bad, right? But pardon me. I decided I would drink some tea because I got a little bit of a scratchy throat tonight. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are all getting ready for bed, but I'm going to hang out for a little while. We'll see. When the bedtime tea kicks in, that's when I'm going to go to bed. If I could find my end, that would be really great. But anyway, yeah, if you want to get a mindfulness quote, you can type in Yogi, Y-O-G-I, and Nightbot will give you some mindfulness. It might be crochet related. It might not be crochet related. Hello, Q Linda. Welcome in, my dear. Yeah, normally Dawn Yarndoll is live at this time, and she made an announcement at Be Creative Crafts Pam's live that she was publishing a video instead, and that she wasn't going to go live tonight. Otherwise, I would not go live at this time. But anyway, it just seemed like a good idea because I don't have work tomorrow, and if I decide to stay up a little bit late, I can do that. It is only 9:05 here on the West Coast, so yeah. I have to kind of pay attention to this particular part that I'm doing. Has anybody ever done, well, I think if you've done Sophie's Universe, you've done the, oh, you're off tomorrow too, Lydia. Cool. If you have done the Sophie's Universe, then you may have done a back post single crochet. And this particular round is a lot of back post single crochets. And it also includes a back post single crochet 2 together. Whew, that's a mouthful, I tell you. But anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys have all had a good week so far. It's been not too bad. It's been a little rainy here in the Pacific Northwest. Boy, the back post single crochet 2 together is a little bit of a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. All right, sip some tea. I had a notification that my internet connection was unstable, so sorry about that. Does the tea that I'm drinking get you drowsy? That is the point of it. Yes. Yeah. The bedtime tea is supposed to make you sleepy. So, yeah. And I did have some caffeine this evening when I don't normally have caffeine after a certain time, but I thought, well, I don't have work tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about falling asleep. But now I'm like, okay, I probably should try to get to sleep at a reasonable time tonight. Just because I do have quite a few things I need to get done tomorrow on my day off. And let's see. Lydia said, right after my live tonight, it started the storms. Oh no. Storms, no fun. Excellent. Well, I think during your live, Lydia, I was preparing dinner and just kind of taking care of the dog. I was working a little bit on my peacock plumes blanket. But anyway, yeah, it's really neat. The yarn that I'm using for it is all Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. There's, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think there's like 9 different colors of yarn. I'm not positive, but yeah. The first 2 part uses 7 different colors. So, yeah, and I think there's a couple more colors beside that too. Well, hello, Zach. Good evening. It's good to see you. The name of the tea is, the brand is Yogi. And I'll show you the specific one. The one, I have 2 different tea bags. I will go on to an internet browser and then I'll share with you what it looks like. All right. I'm going to come over here and share my screen with you. Okay, and so this is what it looks like. It's Soothing Caramel Bedtime, and it supports a good night's sleep. Information on the back. Formulated to support relaxation, it has chamomile flower, skullcap, and theanine, are blended to help calm the body and mind for a good night's sleep. Sweet rooibos, caramel, and vanilla flavors combine for a delicious and warming tea. Unwind with a cup of our soothing caramel bedtime tea. So anyway, that is that one. And let me see if I can search up. The other one is chai. What did I say? Chai. Oh, honey chai. I think that was it. Oopsie. Honey chai tea. I'm going to say yogi just to make sure. Oh, this looks like a variety of flavors. Kava bedtime, honey lavender. That's not it. Well, I have tried most of these yogi teas because yogi and stash are like two of my favorite tea brands. But anyway, the other one is, I think it's called honey chai. And so it's got like some cinnamon flavor along with the caramel. I've got a nice cup of tea going on. So people are saying hello to each other. One thing about going on kind of unexpected and late at night is just get a nice little group in here. And so I want to thank everybody for coming and just hanging out with me for a little bit and enjoying my cup of tea. So you can buy it on Amazon, Lydia, but I just bought it at Walmart, or they have it at Safeway, which is my local grocery store, but Safeway, Fred Meyer, or Kroger. Lots of grocery stores carry the yogi teas. So, hello, Chrissy. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Great. And here is a mindfulness quote for Lydia. Crochet is a gentle reminder that even the most complex patterns can be broken down into simple, manageable steps. Just like this 9-part peacock plumes blanket. So, Rudy says that Safeway had locations in Houston and they became Apple Tree. Yeah, I think Albertsons, maybe, is that what you mean? Albertsons? Anyway, like it's interesting how like different areas, they'll call the grocery stores, they're owned by the same people, but they just go under different names like Save-On or Vons and different stuff like that. But yeah. So I'm going to put the little thing back over the top of my tea because it's rapidly cooling off and I may need to have it for a little while. And Zach says, okay, I'm going to watch some TV, then head to bed. Good night, y'all. Good night to you, Zach. I hope you have a good night's rest. Yeah, this back post single crochet. I can't wait to be done with this round already. And I just started it. It was funny. I was thinking about some of my, favorite stitches, and I do usually like to do front post double crochet and back post double crochet, but for some reason, the back post single crochet, I don't like it. Okay, and there we go. There's China's channel. So I'm sure everybody that's here already has her, but if not, please go over and check out her channel and pick her up. And there is Lydia's channel. Pick up Lydia. She does lives as well, and she had a live earlier this evening. This particular round has me doing the back post single crochets, back post single crochets, 2 together, and then a single crochet picot on the top. So then and these are supposed to be like feathers, parts of small peacock feathers. Whoa. My phone just buzzed and like buzz made it fall over. My goodness. Oh. I am sorry to hear that. A friend of mine says I don't recommend a road trip with a migraine. Well, I definitely don't either. Oh, these particular back post single crochets are all, I spoke too soon. But yeah, the back post single crochet 2 together is like, yes, absolutely. Hello, sunflowers. Good to see you. There's a joke for sunflowers. It says, rest in peace, boiled water. You will be missed. Yes, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, totally. I'm around a good amount of the day tomorrow. I'm probably going to be driving to meet up with Carrie and anyway, we may be meeting up for a lunch. And then this weekend we have the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival, which I'm really looking forward to. We're going to be going live on Saturday morning from the festival. And so hopefully you guys will come back at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday morning, and I'm going to take us on a tour around the Fiber Festival and show you all the yarns and the animals and things like that. And China is saying hi to Sunflower. And just, I would say probably after 9 o'clock my time, that's like, so maybe like noonish your time would be good, China. I do plan to sleep in a little bit, and then I'm hoping to catch Ursula's live. So I'm going to, depending on what time I get up, if I get up in time, I want to catch Krista, the Secret Yarnery after party. She does a live on Friday mornings, my time. And then after that is Ursula, OM Granny Square. And then after that, I should be free for a little while. But I would love to connect with you. Hola, Maritza. She says hello and good night. All right. And Lydia says hi to Sunflowers. And there is my friend Jude at Llamas in Pajamas. There's her channel if you want to go check her out and pick her up. Ah, goodness. All right. I think I would actually pay somebody to do this round for me. Oh, my. The blanket is really, really beautiful. If I can show you what it looks like, I will do that. Hold on. So, oh, wait. Okay, so let me go back. It's not the full blanket, but you can get a general idea of what it looks like from this picture. So let me share my screen again so that you can see it. So this is what it looks like. I'll start it from the beginning and play the video a little bit. Isn't it gorgeous? So it's a pattern that's available on Ravelry. It's pretty reasonably priced at around $5. And anyway, and the video is by Tanya, Leis. Anyway, yeah. So I think it's gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to just seeing how it goes. And anyway, thank you, Lydia. I appreciate that. Here is my friend Allie's channel. She and Jude and Michi were on my Sunday weekend wind up, and we just had a nice conversation. So if you didn't get an opportunity to catch the weekend wind up from this past Sunday, please go and check it out. And I will also be having the weekend wind up again on this Sunday, and I do have another special guest joining me. So here is Maritza's channel. Please go over and check out her channel. And if you don't already have her, please pick her up. And hello, Joe Speakman. It's good to see you. You know, I saw you in a chat, and it just made me think. I was like, oh, I need to ask Joe if she ever got a yarn ball winder, because I'm just really curious if you ever did get one. If not, I don't know, maybe send me an email. I might be willing to part with one. China is saying hello to Joe, and Joe is saying hello back to China. Lydia also said hi to Joe, and Joe says, no, I didn't. All right, well, let me put up my email. Send me an email, Joe. Maybe even send me your address if you're willing. Okay. Oh, I'll put that back up, but there. Let's see. Chrissy's saying hello to Joe. So anyway, yeah, my email's pretty easy. mindfullycrocheted@gmail.com. Yeah, so the picots, piece of cake. Some of the back post single crochets go all right, but not all of them do. So you kind of have, I mean, if you can get into a rhythm, it's great. And for some reason, I like this yarn a lot. As I was saying, I'm using all different colors, you know, that the pattern kind of calls for. And I love this cotton by Hobby Lobby. And so I think it's a 4-weight cotton. 100% cotton. But yeah, I mean, it's super soft. I really like it. The rest of the people, are using a different kind of yarn. They're using an acrylic yarn. And I don't know if, I mean, I just like using natural fibers, but it's a little slick. This, you know, I didn't have as much of an issue, but this gold color one that I have on my wool genie, it's a little on the slick side. And so as I've been crocheting, sometimes my hook just like slips right out of the stitch. So anyway. All right, Nightbot is reminding us to be mindful of our hydration and to keep a beverage on hand. Lydia says, remember, thumbs up for the host, Mara. Thank you. Yes, thumbs up would be great. Excellent, Joe. I appreciate that. Yes, Chrissy is also known as Moon Rose Crafts, and I believe she's located in Canada, right, Chrissy? I'm not sure if it was a Calgary Flames jersey I saw hanging up somewhere in your place on one of your lives. Okay. Whew. Yes, she said. Hey, Frozen Stone, Angela, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Decided to do a pop-up live tonight. I don't normally come on Thursday evenings. Normally, I think Dawn Yarndoll would be on at this time, but she canceled her live tonight. And since I don't have work tomorrow, I decided to pop on and do a live. And so I'm just hanging out. While you're here, you can type in the word yogi, Y-O-G-I, and that will give you a mindfulness quote. You can also type in animal facts, and I'll pull that up so you can see how to spell it. But if you type in animal facts all together, you'll get a random fact about my favorite animals. And as I mentioned, you can type in yogi for a mindfulness quote. Joke, J-O-K-E, works to get a Nightbot dad joke. And as you see, Lydia typed in weather plus her zip code. And so the weather for Nebraska City is cloudy and 63 degrees. It looks like she's got 12-mile-an-hour winds. It's a little bit breezy, and the current humidity is 93%. So maybe she's going to get some rain in Nebraska City. Are you going to get rain, Lydia? There must be some kind of fibers in the air because my nose is so itchy. And Crochet Queen China is requesting a joke, and we will read that in just a second. I'm telling you. Somebody needs to come over quick and finish this round for me. I was joking earlier that the person who wrote this pattern just wanted us to use like every single stitch in the crochet stitch book. It's gorgeous, but geez. I will take 1,000 puff stitches like on my poncho over back post single crochet 2 together. And Lydia says, it's raining here now. Here is Michi's channel. And I forgot to go back and read the joke for China. Every machine in the coin factory broke down all of a sudden without explanation. It just doesn't make any sense. I've seen that one before. It's a cute one, though. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. My dad would always, encourage me, is like, if you find a penny, pick it up, because he said your cents makes dollars. It was good sense to pick up change, even pennies that you saw on the ground. And here's a joke. Yeah, Joe says, I hate post stitches. Yeah. I like normal, like front post double crochet, back post double crochet, but I think it's just because it's kind of hard to hold these little, the way the feathers are, make it a little bit up and down. And so kind of gripping onto it, it's a little awkward. So my internet's being buffery again. But yeah. And some of them go really smooth. So here's a joke for Lydia. What does a female snake use for support? A cobra. A cobra. Yeah, China loves the front post and back post double crochet. Yeah, OMG, Nightbot, come on. I am making the peacock plumes blanket, and I'm making it with a few other people. We all are making it. I'll hold up what I have so far. It is a 9-part pattern. The first part 1 was 23 rounds, and I'm on part 2, and that one part 2 goes up to round 38, and then of course the part 3 through 9, so it's going to be pretty large. And this is what I have so far. So there's, the colors of a peacock. Some of the colors I'll be using pretty soon are this really, it's kind of hard to see in my current lighting, but this is a deep purple, and then this is a lavender. They call it amethyst. And then I've got the gold that I'm currently working with, and then I move on to taupe after gold, and then one of the purple colors will be after that. Hello, Pixie Stitch. Nice to see you. Nightbot says, small acts of kindness, big impacts on hearts. Okay. China is saying hi to Pixie Stitch. And Lydia says, I don't know how to do the front post or the back post. Yeah. It takes a little bit of finesse, but it's not too bad once, like a front post double crochet or back post double crochet, they're not too bad. You just have to know where to put your hook. And so people are greeting each other, and I really appreciate that. Yes, Nightbot says, kindness matters. Spread it like sunshine. All right. Gonna clear that banner off. But yeah, you can type in yogi, or you can also type in animal facts, and you can get a fact about one of my favorite animals. And Pixie Stitch is typing in yogi. And Nightbot says, like colors in a granny square, life's challenges come together beautifully with patience and determination. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Ah, my yarn is hanging on a wool genie, and I have several, friends that have them, and I got this as a birthday gift last month. It's magnetic, okay? And so your skein of yarn just goes onto this rod, and then it magnetizes to the base like that, so that when you're pulling your yarn from the outside of the skein, it spins on the magnet and comes off really easily. That way you're not dropping your yarn on the floor. I really like it. So I saw it on Llama Mama Kayla's channel. And then after that, I saw it on Granny D, Knit, Purl, and Squirrel with Granny D. She also had one. And then my friend Sierra Stitch Sanctuary, and Carrie the Yarny Elephant, they all had wool genies. So it's wool genie spelled like Jeannie. I'm not sure. I don't have the paper handy, but yeah, I wish I had like 3 of them. Although they might take up a little bit of room, but with these with this project that I'm working on, it would be really nice to have more than one. It would be nice to have more than one. You know what I'll do is I will go over and I will pull it up so that you can see it. Then maybe we could even post the link on in the chat, and wool J-E-A, there we go, wool genie 1N. Well, let's see, I'm going to go to yarn stitch. Hold on a second. I just want to go to Amazon has I wonder if this is the actual wool genie. Yeah, well, I don't know. There may be less expensive places to get them, because it's showing, well, it says brand generic, but it's showing they're like $47.39. So not the cheapest, but they call it a magnetic pendulum yarn feeder / holder. But it's pretty easy to assemble. It doesn't come assembled, but it wasn't very hard. Yeah, they do seem like, I thought that there were, I'm seeing it on Amazon, but I thought you had to purchase it directly from like the company that makes it. So, well, Wool Warehouse is showing them. Let me pull that up. Oh, this is in like English pounds. But anyway, I'm not going to post the link for it because I don't want to post it just like an Amazon link when maybe there's other places that you can find it. But I will type the name so that you have the correct spelling. Okay, and there's a variety of places to find it, you know, and it's quite possible that there, you know, there might be people, you know, that don't want to use their wool genie because they just prefer to put their yarn into a center pull ball. But I don't know, I really like it, and it was very nice that I received it as a gift from some friends for my birthday this year. Already putting it to good use. Ah, yes, here we go. And Pixie Stitch says, oh, that's neat. Lydia says, I need something like that for my yarn. Joe says, ooh, I need to get one. It would be handy. Yes, it is. Because prior to this, oh my gosh, my yarn was like rolling all over, dropping to the ground, you know. It's not convenient, right? I mean, so having this is super convenient. And Quilty Linda says, I have one and love it. Yes, I am loving mine. Oh, that's a good idea. I have some empty cleaning wipe containers that I plan on cleaning out and putting yarn in. That feeds out where the wipes used to. That's a great idea. That's another great idea for sure. I do have, I like the idea of that because you can, you know, maybe you can get the yarn out easier. I have one of those containers that I got for Christmas one year. I think my husband got it for me at Joann's, and it's like plastic, clear plastic, and it has a screw top lid. You stick the yarn down inside, and then it has a little, that screw top has a little flap that opens up, and then you put the yarn through there. The only thing is that once it's connected, then you either have to finish it off or you have to cut, you know. So I was like, oh, I don't like it to just be kind of stuck in there attached to my project. And, you know, because I don't like to weave in ends. It's like my least favorite thing. Having to switch colors all the time on this, I'm like, really? We're going to have so many ends to weave in. I rather would just work with one color all the way until the color is gone, and then work with the next color, because that's how much I don't like weaving in ends. Yeah, a little bit lazy. And Pixie Stitch is saying hello to Sunflowers, and Sunflowers is saying to Pixie Stitch, I am going to start my crafting journey weekend. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Maybe if they, you know, put them on sale at some point, just keep your eyes peeled for it. There's probably, I mean, I don't know if they have a patent on this, and maybe there's not a whole lot of like knockoff versions of it. But, you know, the other thing you might be able to do is if you have one of those, we have a paper towel dispenser that has a bar. Then it just sits on a stand, and you stick the paper towel over that bar, and then you pull the paper towels off. It's the same kind of concept with the wool genie, except it's not hanging. I don't know. I mean, at least it would be a stable place to put it, you know, as an interim solution, maybe a little less expensive. Hello, Jude. Good to see you. Jude is up nice and late tonight. She's our night owl. Yeah. And then Sunflower says, cool idea, Pixie. I have a yarn bowl. There you go. Yarn bowls are also good. I highly recommend. I do have one, I think, right over there. You can't really see it, but it's on that shelf. And Jude is saying hi to everyone in the chat. Joe says hello to Jude. Yeah, let's see. And Pixie Stitch is asking Sunflowers, what are you going to start with? Yeah, stuck yarn is no good. No, I know. I just really want to be able to easily take out my yarn. And so if you can get it, because what I should have mentioned is that once there's just like a little hole that it feeds through. And so when when you're pulling the yarn through that little hole, you can't, it's pretty much stuck in there. And that's what I'm trying to say. But I like the idea of like a wipe container because that whole area is a little bit bigger so that you could probably pull it out a little bit easier than on my container that I have. I wish it was handy so that I could bring it over here and show you. I don't think it's, I think I'd have to dig it out of a closet because that's how much I don't want to use it. But yeah, and then Lydia says, if there's any kind of bleach or chemical smell, the yarn might smell like it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, if it was rinsed out, if it was just like a Clorox wipe container, ultimately, I think that, I mean, it's, if the smell bothers you, I don't really know. And Joe says, I'm going to start saving up for one. Yeah. I used a standing towel dispenser before to hold a thread crochet spool. Yeah, that's a great idea. Because if it's a spool of thread that has, you know, or if it's a spool of yarn that has a big enough hole in it to fit over there, that's a great idea. I think that you could easily fashion something like this, you know. You can get a small like PVC or something. I think, you know, for somebody who's handy, you could make something like this out of wood as long as it was sanded down. And then you could use like a little, you know, plastic or wooden rod to go through. I don't think it would be that hard to make. I'm not going to do it, but I don't think it would be that hard for somebody who's handy. Oh, goodness. And Jude says, I have one of those wooden stick style things. I use it for cones. It has a small Lazy Susan under it, so it spins. Yeah, there you go. It's like, get all the pieces that you need. Get the Lazy Susan, you know, get, yeah. But you don't want to see Mara with the power tools. Jude saying hello to Joe. Oh, Zach says, I'm back. I can't sleep. Oh, no, Zach. That's okay. I'll keep you company. You need some of the bedtime tea like I have. Speaking of which, I better drink it. Well, I mean, I may as well toss some ice in there. It's going to be iced tea by the time I finish. I don't think this is very funny, but Sunflowers requested a joke. It says, how do you steal a coat? You jack it. It's kind of like maybe a car, like you put it on a jack. I'm not sure. What does that mean? How do you steal a coat? Well, or did they say like you hijack it? Like Nightbot. Bad Nightbot. Yeah. Pixie Stitch says you just have to clean it out well, Lydia. And the wipes I use aren't bleach wipes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I had some Diet Coke. I made the mistake of going to McDonald's and getting French fries today. Couldn't help it. And so when I was there, I picked up some chicken nuggets for my son. He usually likes the McDonald's nuggets. So I got the McNuggets and the fries, and I got a large Diet Coke, which I drank most of. And I don't drink that much like Coke or Diet Coke anymore. But yeah, I'm sure that caffeine it's going to keep me awake for a little while until the bedtime tea kicks in. Here's a mindfulness quote for Lydia. Allow yourself to fully experience each moment with mindfulness. Hello, Felicia. Good to see you. All right, and Nightbot's welcoming you in. So yeah, anyway, I better get back to I've got my peacock plumes blanket going. And let me get back to it. Then, as I was telling people before, it's a 9-part blanket, and several of us are working on it. And I'm on part 2. I'm only on the second round of part 2. Wait, third round of part 2. Yay Yay, yeah. Okay, I'm on the third round. I'm on round 26. There's got to be like 100 rounds in this thing, is my guess. But this round I'm not having so much fun with because it's back post single crochets, and it's a little bit time consuming. Am I halfway done with it yet? No, I'm about a quarter, about 25%. Yikes. Jude says, I started my first amigurumi today, a pumpkin, because it's pumpkin season. I'm super excited about it. And yes, I do feel a little silly being so excited about a pumpkin. No, you should not feel silly about being excited about a pumpkin. I'm excited just hearing you be excited about it. And Zach says he's been up since 5:45 a.m. And eek. So yeah, like 20 hours, Zach. Oh, yeah. Seems like you've been up a very long time. Okay, wait a minute. All right. I just have to make sure I do this back post single crochet 2 together properly. And apparently this is not the only round that does this. So I have a lot of fun to look forward to. Ugh. But I'm hoping that not all of the rounds are so time consuming as this one. So it's pretty cute though. I like the effect of it, you know. It has a lot of texture, and the little picots are cute. But yeah, it's time consuming. And Christy says, I'm back from my break. And China says to Jude, no need to be silly about being excited. It's for your first amigurumi. Yeah. And now, you know, China does a lot of amigurumi. So, and she still gets excited about it, right, China? It will be worth it. It will be worth it. It will be worth it. I'm just going to make that my new mantra. It will be worth it. Thank you. Yeah, it's called the Peacock Plumes. And you can get the pattern on Ravelry, as well as I think that the other people that are doing it, they ordered like a Mary Maxim kit. I think it was a kit through Mary Maxim. Don't quote me. But they know that I wanted to use cotton for mine. And so as a birthday gift, my friends in Zoom, they pitched in and they bought me all the yarn from Hobby Lobby. So they found coordinating colors that went with the ones that came in their kit. And that just makes it so special to me that they know that I like using cotton or natural fibers, and that they picked out the colors and got it for me. That was super sweet. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how all of ours turn out. It'll be great. I think it's going to take us, you know, a month or so. You know, I had a couple of days this week where I didn't work on it. But I've been working on it for like a week. maybe. It doesn't take that long. The first part didn't really take that long. But I know each round will take longer as it gets bigger. Oh, awesome. And Pixie Stitch says, I finished the stitching on my Lost Soul shawl today. Very nice. Now, oh, I should show you. I have made a couple like Lost Souls type. Several years ago, I made a shawl. Now, and I don't know if it was specifically the Lost Shoals because I think the border was a little different than the one I have. But let me grab it real quick. Here we go. Oh. All right. Go. Can you see it? So I used size 10 crochet thread for this, but if I had used like a normal size 4, it would have been a full size shawl. So as it goes, this is like a shawlette. I don't even really think it's big enough to be considered a shawlette, but it's more like a kerchief. So what I've done is like on Halloween night for the trick-or-treaters, I'll sometimes wear this, you know, like I'll wear all black and I wear this. But whoops. Anyway, yeah, I made this several years ago, but I think the skull part is the same as the Lost Souls, if I'm not mistaken. And then I also, a while back, I made a skull hat beanie, a skull beanie. I'll put my skull beanie on. Yeah. I know I look goofy. Like a little refugee or something. But that's my skull hat. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if it's sometimes it's cool enough, like it's either not cold enough to wear the skull hat at Halloween, or it's so cold that doesn't keep your head warm enough because of all the holes in it. You know, it's very open. But anyway, so yeah. I would love to see it, Pixie Stitch, though. I'd love to see your shawl. And Zach says, I'm proud of myself, Mara. I started a blanket. I've only done the chain and a few stitches, so we'll see how it goes. Just keep at it, you know, just keep going. I'll put that stuff on my head and now I'm messing up my hair. And Lydia says, I'm still working on my blanket. And China says, yes, I do still get excited. Oh, did I miss Bridget coming in? Yeah, my chat jumped. Hi, Bridget. It's good to see you. So what are y'all working on beside some amigurumi, a blanket? I know that I've heard what a few of you are working on, but let's see. And everybody's saying hello to Bridget. Yeah, there's the night owls. Normally, I wouldn't be on a Thursday night because I typically work on Fridays, but school is out tomorrow. For some reason, we have tomorrow off. And then Dawn is normally on at this time, Dawn Yarndahl, but she canceled her live tonight. And so I thought I would come on. It says, hello to the Crochet Queen. Your name is China, correct? That's right. Yes. Okay. I know. I just remembered to bring it out. Thank you. Yeah, I do look like a witch in it, don't I? I don't know if I can do the cackle though. I don't think I've got a good cackly laugh. Maybe somebody could help me out with that. Anyway, no, I have fun. I actually was trying to find, once I was talking about it with Sierra, from Sierra Stitch Sanctuary. I was showing her my little shawlette, and I was like, I'm going to find the pattern, because I tried to look on Ravelry. It wasn't in my Ravelry, favorites or saved projects. And I looked all over for it. I searched all my binders. I don't know what happened to the pattern, but I think it is pretty similar to the Lost Shoals. It's just different. It's similar, but not exact. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you. Okay. I use a size 2 weight cotton cake from Hobie for mine. I think I'd like to make one a softer, warmer yarn as well, maybe even a 4 weight, even though I like cotton. It's very light. Yeah. This the size 10 cotton thread, it is super light, and but it's fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun. And I think if it were also maybe a lighter color, because you got to get some light behind it to really see the the skeleton or the skulls in there. Okay. And Bridget says that she'll be listening as she's making bags tonight, and she's a bit behind with having to take care of the king. Yeah. Well, for those of you that are there, observing from your Zen garden or listening in from your Zen garden, this is for you. That little observers video was inspired by a video that was made by Little Treasures by Nancy that she shared with some people, and I kind of did one just a little bit different to have on my channel, as I like to call you guys observers instead of lurkers. So thank you for observing if you're here, and for anybody that's catching this on a replay, thank you so much. Or if you're just kind of playing this on a playlist in the background because I'm trying to get my hours. Thank you for doing that too. I appreciate it, even though you may not be hearing this. Hey, Kristen, it's good to see you. She says, hi, Mara and everyone. There's Jude's channel, and she's here chit-chatting with us. She is at Llamas in Pajamas. Please go check out her channel, and she is just one of the sweetest people ever. And really enjoyed having you on my live on Sunday night, Jude. We'll have to do that again, hopefully sooner rather than later. And China says, yes, Zach, keep going. Trust the process. Yes, you really just need confidence in yourself. You just need the confidence just to keep going. You know what? Even if it doesn't look perfect, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a fabric. You're going to be weaving a fabric that is going to keep you or somebody warm. So yeah, just keep going. Yes. Oh, I think I missed something. I got to go back up. Yeah, Felicia says, I'm still working on the skull garland, some ghosts, and a mini cape. Oh, you've got all the Halloween-y things going on. And Chrissy says, I'm doing a tub cloth. Awesome. That is great. And just want to make sure, hopefully if I missed your comment, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up a little bit. And Angela says, I have to go. Hugs and God bless. Good night, Angela. Have a great evening, or get a good night's sleep. I can't remember where you are, if you are, in the US, in our time zone, in one of our time zones. Anyone have the information on finding black colored polyfill? I checked Amazon, but they had one that was gray and expensive for the amount. and a second that had a lot of white strings in it. Black polyfill. Trying to think. I really don't know where you would find it. Did you mention what kind of amigurumi you were doing? Oh no, you're doing a pumpkin. You're doing a pumpkin. So are you trying to fill your pumpkin with black? Because you could just use black yarn, potentially. Or you could also put like some black cotton fabric in there and then just stuff it with white. Question mark? I don't know. I just only have white polyfill. I'm trying to think. I've only ever seen natural colored, like a cream color, and white. I don't think I've ever seen black. Yeah. And Jude says hi to Kristen. And Bridget says that Joanne has colored poly. So maybe you can check that. She says, I enjoyed it as well. Thanks for all the promotion. You're such a sweetheart. Absolutely. Yeah, I like my friend OFG's motto. He says, hashtag we grow stronger together. And I fully believe that. And Jude is going to check it out. Yeah, check online and maybe you can order it and pick it up. And Pixie Stitch is doing all the emojis for China. And Joe Speakman says that Michael's has it. So that's good. And Jude will check there also. Hello. Good to see you. And Nightbot is welcoming you in, Brandon. And Nightbot says, be mindful of your hydration. I've got my tea, my yogi tea. What about you? You have some water? Do you have some tea? Do you have a beverage to keep you hydrated? Felicia says you could dye it. Yeah, I guess you could put some black dye on white polyfill. Yarn dyers out there, let us know. Yeah, Joe Speakman says old t-shirts. Yeah, and she's doing 3 pumpkins, and I'm using a Bogey Bad Sheep yarn, so I wanted to use a darker fill. Gotcha. Black sock. Try that, says Chrissy. You're going to get lots of ideas. There's China's channel. Please go check her out. And if you would like to have Nightbot drop your channel for you, all you need to do is type the word mindful, MINDFUL, into the chat, and Nightbot will drop your channel link. And when people drop channels, I encourage you to go over there and check them out. If you think that you might already be subscribed to their channel, can you go check anyway? Because sometimes maybe we get unsubscribed. And so, yeah, just go over and check them out and see if you like what they have to offer over there. And then you can also type in the word yogi, Y-O-G-I, and you will get a mindfulness quote. Jude says, I thought about getting stretchy fabric and lining the pumpkin with that, then using the white. Using the white that I have, but I'll check Michael's and Joanne first. Yeah, I don't blame you. And if you're not in a hurry to get it stuffed and done, then take a little bit of time to research it. And, you know, if it's cost effective, do it that way. And Kristen says, and Joanne's has that 25% off if you order and pick up in store. And there's Nightbot telling you what I just told you. Joe Speakman is drinking Diet Dew. Awesome. Oh, bougie. I got you. Bougie yarn. Okay. Forgot my U. Gotcha. Bougie. I don't know how I read it, but anyway, I imagine you were laughing. Okay. Okay. And Bridget says dyeing polyfill would be very dangerous, just like dyeing acrylic yarn. The chemicals released can cause very health effects. Bad, yeah, you don't. Okay, that's good. I don't know enough about it, but yes, I be safe, people. Be safe. Okay. And here is Pixie Stitch. Please go over and check her out. And there is Moon Rose Crafts. There is our friend Chrissy. Here is Lydia's channel. She's Yarn Works by Lydia. Excellent. I'm going to type in, and you can do this too if you would like. Animal facts, just making sure I spelled it all together. You can type in animal facts and get a fact about one of my favorite animals. This fact is about pandas. I love pandas. And one of my very good friends also loves pandas. Pandas have a highly developed sense of smell, which helps them locate bamboo and potential mates. There you go. I almost just had like a drinking accident here, but no, it's all good. All right, I'm gonna bring my project back out. Definitely not getting as much done on it as I was anticipating getting done, but that's okay. I would have gone to bed otherwise. If I wasn't here right now, I wouldn't be working on it anyway. So yeah. Okay. I figure just slow and steady, right? I think it's more important to just do it right because I don't want to have to pull it out. Okay. The back post single crochet 2 together. Whew. It is a challenge because of the way that stitches are laid out. And so I have to be very methodical about how I do it. Well, for a second, I thought I missed a double crochet in the previous round, but I didn't. It's tricky. All right. Yeah, I imagine. Felicia says that China wants their pandas back. And Chrissy says we had pandas here in the Calgary Zoo. When I went to your live, Chrissy, did I mention that I had been to Calgary? I think 3 times. I went to Calgary 3 times. Oh, no problem, Pixie Stitch. It is called the Peacock Plumes. Peacock Plumes. And you can find it on Ravelry. I think you can also order a kit through Mary Maxim, but as I was mentioning that I wanted to use cotton yarn, and the Mary Maxim yarn kit, I believe it's acrylic yarn, and I mean, which is fine. The people that are making it with the acrylic yarn say that it's soft and everything, and that's great. I just like using cotton or wool yarn. So anyway, you can buy the pattern from Ravelry, which is about $4.80, I think. So it's pretty reasonably priced. And then you can choose your own yarn instead of, the other yarn. But I'll put the Ravelry pattern link in. It may just take me a moment. Trying to, okay. Just go to good old Google. Good old Google. Let's see. Oh. Trying to remember which section it's in. All right, how about I just search it up? Peacock plumes blanket? I don't know. They call it a blanket? No, they don't call it a blanket. I'm calling it a blanket, but it's peacock plume. I'm just going to call it the peacock plumes Afghan. That's what. Okay, gotcha. So let me pull this up. There we go. Oh yeah, $4.98 is the price. We'll see. All right. Whoa. Do not know what happened there. That was very weird. Okay. Hold on a second. It was really weird. Well, I hope that came through all right for you guys, but that was very bizarre. Something just like, it just kind of opened in a whole new tab. So that was just really weird. But anyway, I'm going to type this in. Peacock plumes. And I hope I spelled that right. There we go. All right, yeah, so check it out. And then that is so strange. I'll share my screen with you if I can. This is just so weird how it popped out into a different browser. Odd. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to pull it up so that you can see this is what it looks like. Is it sharing? Let's see. Yes, it is. Great. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? So I am right on that first section of gold color, which is part 2. But anyway, I just think the colors together are gorgeous. So yeah. All right. Thank you. Pixie Stitch says, oh my gosh, that's going to be gorgeous. Yet another pattern to add to my want to make someday list. Yeah. Well, the cool thing is, so if you don't necessarily want to, I don't think they're private videos, but there are tutorials for each part on YouTube. And so I've been kind of watching the tutorials, and then I have the pattern, as the written pattern as well, that I can pull up on my computer. So anyway, yeah, it is very beautiful. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Jude. I totally didn't see that. Anyway. Oh, I didn't realize that you could lease pandas. Very interesting. Wow, they canceled the 10-year lease. Hmm. Yes, Chrissy, way back, I actually dated somebody who moved. His family was from Canada, and then after he graduated from college, then his family moved back to Canada. And so, yeah, unfortunately, that relationship didn't last. But fortunately, it did. It didn't. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't know what I'm saying. I must be getting tired. But yes, because that relationship didn't work out, my relationship with my husband, which is more than 30 years that we've been together, yeah, I'm blessed in that way. All right. Yes, I know. Laughing at me because I don't know what I'm doing. No, it's all right. The thing is that once I switched over to look for the pattern and to pull it up, I couldn't see the comments anymore. So anyway, yeah. And Jude says, I just added it to my purchase list too. Yeah. But again, if you want to save the $5, I believe you can go over and check out the videos by Tanya Leis. So it's Tania, and her last name is Leis. And there are left-handed and right-handed tutorials for the peacock plumes Afghan. Yeah, thank you. It is beautiful. I can't wait till I get mine done. I just think it's going to be stunning. Joe says, it's a good thing I don't read patterns, so then I don't have to buy them. LOL. That's so true. So true. I learned about how to do mosaic crochet a couple days ago. Finally, LOL. I'd been saying I was going to for a few years now. So I have a mosaic blanket I want to attempt first, and then maybe a peacock. All right. So Pixie Stitch, I am just learning mosaic myself. I Sandrine, Purple Crochet and More with Dreeny, she sent me a link to a mosaic mug rug. And I thought, yes, I'll try like a bookmark or a mug rug or something easy for my first mosaic. And I didn't watch the tutorial because if I had, I might not have messed up. But the first one I made, this is how it turns out. And what I was doing was, instead of crocheting across and then cutting the yarn and then starting back over and crocheting across, I was turning my work. So I got to the end and turned my work. So the pattern, it's by MJ's Off the Hook, and this is what it's supposed to look like. I'll just hold it up there for a few seconds so you can see. It's supposed to look like that. Mine didn't look like that. And so then I was talking to my Zoom friends and realized I was turning my work when I wasn't supposed to be turning my work. So then I made another one, and actually I've made two in the same, the same. I gave one to a friend, and then this one I just finished. I made it on Sunday. So the back of the work is just supposed to be plain, looks like that. And then this is what it looks like. So I just figured I'd start out with something small before I tackle a, big mosaic blanket. But yeah, I'm excited once I finish this peacock plumes, then to try some other projects as well. got a few long-term, you know, a few projects in the long term. And I call myself a monogamous crocheter. I kind of like to work on one project at a time whenever possible, but sometimes I'll toss in a smaller project. Yeah, not learning to read patterns and then you don't have to buy them. It is true. Yeah, Joe says I would be in debt. Yeah, I would too. There's just so many talented people out there designing beautiful work. My lips are dry. That's okay. That's all right, Jude. I just really appreciate you doing it. And Jude says, I love and use videos, but still purchase the pattern. I like to support our community as much as I can. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the look of it. I mean, so many beautiful patterns. Actually, I know one day I think I would, it's more like maybe Grafgan or something. I would like to make a scarf or make something that's got like my name on it. Yeah. Anyway, I just use tutorials or just crochet on the fly. When on a limited income, it's all you can do to save up enough. Yeah, right. I understand. I do get it. Ah, thank you. It says, if you click the pattern link on Ravelry and then scroll down and select a date, there you will find a written section for the pattern. Yeah. Pixie Stitch says, I do the same thing. I try to buy the pattern when I can. If I can find it, I'll let you know where I found it. Actually, I think that's on Ravelry too, hun. I think it's on Ravelry. Let me I might have saved it. I will look in my pattern notebook and see if I can find it. I've been using Ravelry for a lot of years. And I made that hat, well, a while ago, we'll just say. The beanie. Hmm. Well, let me go back. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I seem to recall that it wasn't too bad. Ah, here it is. I will copy and paste the link. It does say $4, but you never know. Maybe if you start there with that, then you'll you might be able to find a link to a video or something, but it's not too bad. Kristen said that Drini told her to try that mug rug first also. Yeah, it works up super fast. I can't believe how quickly it went. Joe says Cinnamon Stitches has a tutorial for that as well, and a mug rug that is mosaic. Very cool. Llamas, the mosaic blanket I'm going to try is a Hobie pattern called Aztecana. It's a very ambitious project, but I'm hoping I can pull it off. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. I think we can all relate. Like, I don't like to be an enabler. I don't, you know, I know that like we all have to be careful in general about our budgets and everything. And, whenever possible, I try to find free versions of things. And also, if people have a YouTube channel and they have tutorials on there, you're still supporting them by supporting their channel. And so I think it's great if you can find, tutorials that are available on YouTube or something. Yes. Yes, and Chrissy is asking if anyone is making Christmas gifts. Not so much. Not yet, but I think I will be. But I just have a hard time getting started on Christmas before Halloween is done. I know I have friends that that basically they're done with Christmas shopping and Christmas preparations like by summertime. And I wish I had that much like forethought to work on things throughout the year, but I really don't. I don't. Aw, I am not sure what that is about, Joe, but I apologize I mean, that is so not good. People shouldn't send like mail. That is I don't understand people. Okay, I'm a little behind in the chat because there's me posting the link to the skull beanie. And Lydia says, I do gifts for Christmas and birthdays all year round. Yep. See, I know. And she was working on like candy canes and snowmen over summertime. So yeah. And Jude says, if you're interested in learning to read a pattern and a chart, there is a content creator that has a fantastic tutorial. I love all of her tutorials. Her channel is called Play Hooky with Me. Oh, I definitely need to check that out. And maybe if you can, Jude, if you can post the link for her channel, if you haven't already done that below, that would be really cool if you could post her link. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm about 3 minutes behind, which is not bad for me. Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I do mostly know how to read patterns and charts and stuff like that, but I'd love to see her channel actually. And Jude says, there are so many free patterns that are lovely that you don't have to spend money on to crochet or knit lovely projects. It's true. When I'm doing a search on Ravelry, I always search by free. I mean, I always try to find free patterns before paid patterns, but yeah. No problem, China. Happy to post the link. Yeah, and I agree with Jude. That should never happen to you, Joe. Yeah. I'm sorry that anyone has ever used your circumstance to be hurtful toward you. That's not right at all. It isn't. Yes, and Pixie Stitch says, I agree, Jude. There is no excuse for someone to be that way. Yeah. She says, I know where the block and delete button is. Yeah. Well, Yes, you're always welcome here. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. I just think you have to be careful about that, Chrissy. I mean, I suppose you could check out a book from your library, but it is the content in it is still kind of copyrighted, or but I don't know how that works, photocopying from like a library book. I'm not really sure. There we go. There is Play Hooky with Me's channel. Very cool. Excellent. Oh, am I catching up again? I actually caught up. Oh my gosh, and I didn't put my stitch marker in. That could have been tragic. Not putting my stitch marker in place. Yikes. Yeah, picots and back post single crochets in one round. I must be a glutton for punishment. I can't believe I've been on here over an hour and a half already. We're going to see how long I can last. I'll probably try to stay on here till at least 11 o'clock my time, but for those of you that have to go, I totally understand, and I want to thank you just kind of here for still being with me and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you guys keeping me company tonight. And Jude says, if anyone is struggling to read a pattern or chart, she has great videos. She is very helpful for many issues and detailed in her explanations. And Cindy is here. She's still awake. It's 12:37 a.m. here. I'm fixing to rest, but saw that your live's on. Came for thumbs and positive comment. Well, thank you so much, Cindy, for being here. It is totally great to see you. And thank you for the thumbs. Anybody that hasn't remembered to do so, I would love it if you could leave a thumb. And if you want to participate in the chat, that is great. Hello, Yolanda. She says, hi, Mara, and everyone in the chat. Well, welcome in. And people are saying hello. And yeah, well, over here in the Pacific Northwest, the Portland metro area of Oregon, it is 10:39 p.m. So it's really not too bad, but I am like Cinderella, my coach turns into a pumpkin. And I'm drinking Yogi caramel bedtime tea along with some honey chai. And pretty much, I made it before I came up here, so it's cold. I wish I had one of those little mug warmers, where it's just like plugs in and you could keep your mug warm. That would be helpful. Because I don't know what it is. Well, I like to drink my tea out of my nice love mug. So Cindy and Yolanda are saying hello, and everybody's saying hello in return. Thank you for doing that. China says hi to Cindy. Chrissy says Lulu. Yes, and everybody's saying hello. I really do appreciate the friendliness and welcoming spirit of everyone. Kristen says hi to Cindy. And Cindy says, I appreciate your warm welcome. Yes. Joe says, thank you for the link and the kind words. Yes. And there is Chrissy's channel. Please feel free to go over and check her out and pick her up. And China is getting the weather for Hanover Township. It is partly cloudy, 49 degrees. The wind is blowing at 4 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 83%. And please go check out Jude. If you would like your channel dropped, you just need to type the word mindful, MINDFUL. And she is out of here. Chrissy is gone. Peace out, Chrissy. That is true, Mara. It's true about not being too late where you are. My hubby and sis are snoring. LOL. I think Ozzy is even snoring right now. Woo! My goodness. Every time my every time my phone buzzes for some kind of notification, it falls over on my desk. Oh gosh. Yeah. It's about 18 ounce. It holds about 18 ounces. So yeah. Thank you. This is my very first design. It is called the Fiddleberry Poncho. I bought yarn from Thriss that she dyed on one of her lives. And people in the chat, somebody came up with the suggested name of Fiddleberry because Thriss likes to fiddle with the yarn, you know, a little bit more dye here, a little bit more dye there, more dye, more dye, more dye. And everybody's like, stop. But anyway, I was fortunate enough to purchase the yarn that night from her live. This was several months ago. And I decided that I wanted to try to design a poncho. And yeah, and so I designed it with Thriss in mind. And it has a lot of puff stitches made to look like berries. And I do have, I don't want to take it off there now, but I do have a video that shows my finished shawl and why it's good to fiddle. Why fiddling doesn't have to be a bad thing. But anyway, yeah, it took me about 53 days. I wasn't working on it continuously, but from the time that I started till the time that I finished was 53 days. And anyway, yeah, I think I'm really pleased with the way it came out. What I can do is show you pictures that I took of it, which show it in a little bit better light. Maybe it'll show up on my phone, maybe not. Sorry, a little crooked. I think you can see it pretty well from there, but that's the Fiddleberry poncho. And then let me show you, you can also wear it like squared. You can wear it like that. So as I made it, I did hand write out the steps for each round. And oopsie. And so now I just need to get it all typed up. Once I get it all typed up, then I'm gonna, you know, I don't know, offer it to people who might want to try making it. And Lydia says, "Brr, China, that weather's cold." That is so true. And Adele says, "Hi, Mindful Mara. I've been here observing. I'm going to finish watching on TV. Time to rest. I'm finished with the Spidey legs for the Spidey cowl." Awesome. Well, Adele, thanks so much for observing from your Zen garden. And this is for all the observers. Oops, every time I do that video, then my chat like jumps down to the bottom. And Cindy is saying, hi, Adele, hugs. And Pixie Stitch says hi to Cindy. And here is Lydia's weather. We've got 62 degrees in Nebraska City and 12-mile-an-hour winds still, 95% humidity. Yeah, with your cloud cover, you got a little bit warmer. Yeah. And people are saying, good night, Adele. Adele says, hi and bye, everyone. Good night, Cindy. Love to you. Night, Cindy. Sleep well, says Llamas in Pajamas, Jude. And Adele's saying good night to Jude. And saying hi to Lydia. Yay, Sierra! I was wondering when I saw you sent a messenger message, I was like, oh, I should tell her that I'm live if she wants to come hang out. Cheers and love, dear. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Yes, so far so good. I've been hanging out here for like an hour and 47 minutes, just working on the peacock plumes, telling everybody about it. Sierra is also working on it, and she is miles ahead of me on it. But yeah, yes, having fun, and I'm glad that you popped in. Haha, yeah, the fiddler. Yes, LOLs. And Cindy says hi to Sierra. China says, oh my God, hi, Sierra. China's really happy to see you, Sierra. I absolutely adore your fiddleberry poncho. It's stunning. Aw, thanks. Yeah, it was nice. It was, I mean, it was a nice process. It was a nice process. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's saying hi to Sierra. Sarah says, hi, China love. Lydia says hi to Sierra. Adele says, good night, Joe. Sorry about those people that don't know how to mind their own business. I'm glad that you can block and delete. Yeah. Thanks, Adele. True, true. All right, Cindy, we love you. And I'm so glad that you could pop in for a little while. I really do appreciate it. This is not my typical time. Well, I don't really have like a typical time except for like on, Sundays, and I do Saturdays typically as well with Carrie the Yarny Elephant. And we will be going live from the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're not sure, and it'll be on both of our channels, just make sure to turn on notifications so that you can get the notification in your local time of when we're going to be live. I'm going to be walking around the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival, also known as OFFF, and looking at just the yarns and the fibers and the animals and all the other, crafts that are there. It's an event that I go to every year that they've had it for like the last, so they did have 2020 and 2021 where they didn't do the festival, but I went to it like 3 years in a row prior to that. And then I went last year. I might have gone 4 years in a row prior to 2020. And then I did go last year. So I'm looking forward to going this year and meeting up with friends there. It's going to be a really great time. And Sierra saying hello to more people. And Joe says thank you to Adele. And China says, I have to go into Zoom to see you, Sierra. You do, China. Adele says good night to Cindy. And Sierra says, I just came out of Zoom for the night, China. It's 1:44 a.m. there. Yes, well, it's 1:44 a.m. where she is too. I know it's really getting late for some of you. You're all troopers, I tell you. For me, it's not even quite 11. Thank you. And thank you, everybody. Thank you. Adele says, hugs to Joe. Thank you, guys. Really. And Nightbot is reminding that if you'd like to have your channel drop, just type the word mindful in the chat. Okay. Do this once per hour or once per stream unless otherwise requested. Thanks, Jude. And there goes Adele. All right. Oops. So if you want your weather, you have to first type weather and then your zip code, and that should work for you. As an example, here is Yolanda's weather in Pamotan. I don't know. You tell me. Conditions are partly cloudy with it. Wait a minute. 95 degrees. Really? Is it? Where is that? 12-mile-an-hour winds and 42% humidity. There we go. All right, here is Jude's weather for Middleborough. Cloudy and 53 degrees. The wind is blowing very lightly, just a light breeze of 2 miles per hour and 80% humidity. Rain, sounds like rain. Light rain. All right, here is the weather for San Angelo. Clear with a temperature of 73. The wind is blowing at 9 miles an hour and the current humidity is 77%. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, what? I don't know where that is, my weather. Oops. Maybe just type a nearby city, just type a metro area and see if it brings up the right weather for you. Doesn't feel like miles ahead, Mara. I'm so excited. Yeah, I know. I am. I'm very excited about it. Everybody's saying hello and goodbye and hello. And there's Carrie's channel. Carrie, when we say that we go into Zoom, we're going into Carrie the Yarny Elephant Zoom, and there is just such a wonderful group of people that goes in there. I feel so blessed to have gotten to know everybody in Zoom. And so anyway, if you go to Carrie's channel, she'll be live, in like 7 hours. She'll be live at 6 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. You can check her out. And if you're interested in coming into Zoom, then you can just reach out to her and she will, send you the link if you want to join us in there. It's a great community of people. Yolanda says, Adele is so shy. Giggle, giggle. Yes. If you type yogi, Y-O-G-I, then you get a mindfulness quote. Yeah. Adele says a little bit. She's a little bit shy. Pixie Sticks. I found my hook and reading this mosaic blanket pattern. I'm thinking about trying to start it tonight. Yes, do it. Do it. Get started. Why not? Rudy says it's 12:51 Central. Well, that was a few minutes ago, so 12:55 now, right? And Sierra's like, start it. I'm an enabler, LOL, please. Or, at Pixie Stitch, yeah. There we go. I don't mind the enabling, although I enable myself plenty anyway, says Pixie Stitch. Sierra says, Carrie, Zoom is my heart. You all help me on a daily basis and make the days easier. I know. And now, I mean, like with summer, it was so nice to be able to just go in all the time and hang out with my friends there and, hang out with all the people in Zoom. And now that I'm like school is back in and I'm back to work, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out so much. I have serious FOMO. Yes, so here you go. Sierra says, with each crochet project, you are a weaver of dreams, turning imagination into tangible beauty. Sierra says, I love that so much. Yeah. Isn't it nice? And Lydia says, I've never done Zoom. I would like to do one sometime. Yeah. And here is a quote for Lydia. Yeah, I think this one has come up before, but like colors in a granny square, life's challenges come together beautifully with patience and determination. Sierra says that you should, whenever you feel up to it, everyone would be happy to see you. Sierra says, Mara, dear, I love the entire brand you've come up with, the mindfulness and being kind, all of it. It's such a wonderful place to be. Aw, well, thank you, Sierra. It's just, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Sierra, before you got here, I was talking about how I want to pay somebody to do the round with all the back post single crochets and back post single crochet 2 together. Ugh. It is not my favorite. And I haven't made that much. Well, oh, actually, wait a minute. No. Yeah, I haven't made that much progress. I think I'm about almost halfway. So actually, it's pretty good because I hadn't done very much of this round when I started my live almost 2 hours ago. And I mean, I haven't been working on it constantly, but, I've gotten about a quarter of the round done here. So, but I was saying that if I hadn't done my live, I wouldn't have probably worked on this anyway. I probably would have gone to bed. She says, you're so welcome. You become one of my favorite ladies. You always make my day. Aw, I love you, girl. It's a learning experience. Well, I mean, I think what I determined was difficult about it is the fact that, this stitch goes up and down and up and down. That's what I need to do. Oh, sorry about that. I keep dropping my phone over. I normally have a little stand for my phone, but I left it downstairs. Oops. There we go. But yeah, I left my phone stand downstairs, and so every time I barely touch my phone, it falls over. Oh my goodness. And Sierra says, you're welcome, my dear Lydia. Zach says, my eyes burn, yet I'm still awake. The folded over trebles were definitely something I'd never done before, and I love them. Such a lovely texture, perfect border, honestly. It is really nice. Yeah, the folded over trebles, but I just don't like treble crochet. I like a lot of other stitches, but treble crochet is not my favorite. Just not my favorite. Nightbot thanks Sierra for hanging out. And then she's like, yes, hello and love to you, Nightbot. Zach says hi to Sierra. And Zach's like, I didn't even have soda before bed tonight. I had orange juice and I still can't go to sleep. Sierra, oh, I love orange juice. Well, you know, anything with sugar or caffeine, you know, might keep you awake. Do you like tea, Zach? Sometimes, or just, you know, even warm water or hot cocoa? Warm milk maybe. Trying to think. Also, just, I mean, I don't want to tell you to go to bed, but if you get off if you're off your devices, you just close your eyes and you don't have to turn off all the lights, but just turn off your devices, maybe listen to some soft music, maybe. Good habits happening, I see, Zach. And Jude says, I like treble with the front post, but that's about it. My favorite is half double crochet. I like half double crochet too, Jude. And China is hitting the sack. She says, it's 2 a.m. and I'm headed to bed. Love, Mara, and see you guys in the YouTube streets. Take care, my dear. Let me send you off with one of our little... You're so much better at this one than me. I need longer fingers. There. Bing, bing, bing. We'll see you later today. And Zach says, I do like tea. Yes. Sierra says, coffee is the magical morning beverage. Decaf tea is my jam before bed. Yes. Yes. I love tea. I froze up there for a second. I do love tea. I have tea just about every night. Sierra says good night to the crochet queen. Joe says good night, CQ. And China says good night. Jude says good night, China. Sleep well. Maybe a Benadryl. That's also an option. And Yolanda says, I'm not sure I have a favorite stitch yet, LOL. I need to try more out. Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay, Zach. He says, I'm weird. I don't like hot coffee, but I like iced. No. Maybe I reached that magical 2-hour mark and my computer's like, I'm tired. Because I keep buffering. So I apologize if I'm freezing. And Lydia says, good night, Mara. I'm heading to bed. Good night, Lydia. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And everybody's saying good night to those headed to bed. I'm probably not long behind you guys. I'm going to hang out for just a little while longer. And yeah. And Sierra says, Jude, I highly recommend the Peacock Crochet Along blanket. It's a lot of different stitches, but if you watch the tutorial, it's very well explained and beautiful. Yep, she saved the pattern in her in her wish list. And Jude says, Zach, Mr. Pajamas is like that too. He loves iced coffee, but never drinks hot coffee. More freezing up. Thanks, Sierra. Hot chocolate. Yeah, Cynthia from Cynthia's Joyful Creation. She's got that cute little hot chocolate video with the little kid saying, hot chocolate. It's adorable. And it's Jude. Her Llamas in Pajamas is Jude. Hot cocoa mixed in my coffee in the mornings. Yeah, I used to do that too, Yolanda. Sierra says, Zach, I drink hot coffee for the first half of my day. Then I add ice and extra peppermint creamer, and it becomes iced for the rest of the day. LOL. I try to keep water in there. Yeah. And Joe says, no coffee for me, Yolanda. Jude says, I have the pattern in my cart. I love that it has a video too. I'm a visual learner, so I prefer a video along with it's on the list to do. Super pretty. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me tonight, Pixie Stitch. It was really great chatting with you. You enjoy those mosaic tutorials. I will look forward to seeing your mosaic work. Good job. I am so glad you had a pop-up live. I hung out with Taff for late night Zoom. I'm having a few drinks and relaxing for the night. It's been a good day today. I am glad, Sierra. Joe says, good night, Pixie. Felicia says, still here, working on this cape. Yep, Felicia's got all her Halloween projects that she's working on. Yolanda says, good night, Pixie. Good night to Pixie. Sleep well, says Jude. I know. I'm probably going to call it in about, I don't know, just shortly. I'm just going to kind of wrap things up a little bit because my computer is deciding that it's just going to be persnickety tonight. But Sierra says, Jude, I am on my first year of crochet and I am shocked I can do something so complicated. If there was only a pattern, I'd have lots more questions for my ladies in Zoom. Oh yeah, I know the videos are so helpful. Definitely. Yeah, but then she says, but the tutorials help tons. Yeah. There's China's channel. Oh yeah, before you came in, Sierra, there's a video tutorial of how to read a pattern. I linked it before you came in. I'll link it again. She explains it well. Also how to read a chart too. Yeah, excellent. Because I don't know if everybody has heard of the Play Hooky with me before, which, you know what, I'm going to go over and make sure I subscribe. And I'm going to save that video. There we go. I'm going to download that video. There we go. Excellent. Thanks for posting it again. That way I remembered to go over there before being done. So there is the link. And Jude says her channel is very helpful to learning about crochet. She explains well. A lot of rereading. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing the hand motions. That's good. Yeah. It is, Brandon. I'm like, oh, please stop it. Yeah. Yeah, plus I am getting tired. I mean, gosh, I don't think I could stay up till 2 a.m. I'm just too old for that. Oh, goodness. But Sierra says, charts are definitely a next step for me. I can read a pattern well, but chat is very overloading still, honestly. Oh, chart. Chart is still overloading. Okay. She says, Jude, I appreciate you. Yeah, I gotcha. Yolanda says, I'm a visual learner too, Sierra. Watching it done while I read the pattern helps it soak in. Sure does. Yeah, 2 hours and 11 minutes. My goodness. Oh, yes. And Jude says she has how to read a chart too. Excellent. Sierra says, you're all so lovely. Much love to everyone. So before my computer freezes up again, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Gosh, I've had a really nice time tonight. It's just been very relaxed and chill. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to a nice weekend together with friends at the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. So please watch for those lives and any videos that we'll be putting out. It should be quite a bit of fun. And tomorrow, or later today, for those of you that are in the future and already at Friday, I will look forward to seeing you guys out there in the YouTube streets. I mean, tomorrow there's like a whole host of people with lives. Mama G Gear will be live, and Granny D and VJ, and I Bring It Every Day Kelly will be live early in the morning. We've got Krista from The Secret Yarnery doing her after party, and then there will be OM Granny Square. Ursula is going to be live. Fridays are very, very busy in the YouTube streets. You'll see me popping into the chats at several of those places that I just mentioned, and maybe others. Since I get the day off, I'm probably going to be in Zoom as well. So Carrie will also be live tomorrow prior to Krista. So yep, it's going to be a full lineup. I'm not sure if I'll be awake at 6 a.m. my time, but I'm going to give it a try. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I love you all. Take care and be kind. I'm going to close out, but I will click through all the chat. And anyway, I hope that you guys have a blessed rest of your Friday for those of you that are in Friday. Bye.